It's good to talk to home folks and be here. I'm the candidate for Attorney General that has the funny color orange that you see here. And somebody said, James, is this not Tennessee orange? No, it's not Tennessee orange. It's not Auburn orange. Sorry, Jimmy. It's not Florida orange. I'm calling it Anderson orange on here. But we've got these, and some of you, when you do something like this, you got to be real careful what you put on here with your home folks, because they go, really? I don't remember that. But this, I'm not going to bore you with some things about myself, but I ask all of y'all to do that. Some of you that don't know me, let me tell you something about myself. I practice law here, and I've been practicing in private practice here for 31 years, on my 31st year, and I'm seeking this office, and I'm very serious about running for Attorney General. Some of you may know that today there was an order from Circuit Judge in Birmingham that basically told the Attorney General he needed to do his job. And he said, I'm going to take him off the sideline and put him in these cases. We've got somebody that has trying to please everybody, ends up pleasing nobody that's in the Attorney General's office. Some of you know what's going on, the morale's down there in that office and the things that have happened. It's just been used for politics. I think somebody said, well, maybe the AG's office really means aspiring governor's office. We've had that. We've had people that are just trying to run for something else. But folks, it is so important that we have a Democrat in that office. It's so important that we get somebody that understands what's going on here in Montgomery, that understands what it's like to practice law, that understands what it's like to be in a courtroom and to coach other people in the practice of law. It's so important that we have somebody that's not just playing politics with everything that they do in that office. The office is broken. It needs to be fixed. I think that's why all of us are seeking that. Well, the big thing is, how do we win? What do we do to win in November? How can we do that? We've got to have somebody that can beat one of the Republican candidates. We've got to have somebody that has the experience that can take them on. I had an old coach tell me one time, said, James, the will to win is nothing without being prepared. The desire to win is nothing without being prepared. So I've spent my life being prepared for this position and for this office. And that's something that we're going to have to offer in the fall, that we're going to have for our candidates. Now, somewhere back in time, I guess it was about 30 years ago, when we started having political consultants, somebody came up with the idea that what you're supposed to do when you're Attorney General is you're supposed to be slamming jail doors shut, and you're supposed to be telling people we're going to put them in jail, we're going to lock them up, and we're going to convict them and stack them up like cordwood. And guess what, folks? That's what we've been doing. Did y'all see the article in the paper the other day where we have the highest percentage of overpopulated prisons in the country? Our prisons are full of folks that we could be doing some things with, and the Chief Justice is taking a step in the right direction. Sue Cobb is taking a step. She's going, we need to have things like we've got in Montgomery. We need to have drug court. We need to have alternatives. There are people that they don't need to be in jail. They need rehab. They don't need to have the doors shut. But that's what's happening. And if that's what the people want, that's what we've been getting, and we've got this cycle and this circle. We've got these folks that keep coming back. We also have, the jails are full of people that weren't 18 years old the first time they got convicted of anything. We've got to do something about those young people. We've got to take some preventive measures. We've got to think outside the box and do some things on a statewide basis, like that's been successful in some places, but we also have to have the chief prosecutor do that. I don't think the chief prosecutor of the state needs to be worried about getting on the Today Show because they're going to try to convict somebody and give them the capital sentence and put somebody to death that killed somebody in Australia. We have this obsession with the death penalty. I got asked the question, are you in favor of the death penalty? Yes. Am I in favor of reviewing how we're handling it? Yes, I am. I don't think we need to be obsessed with that. You know, we could run a commercial where somebody comes up in a NASCAR, escorted by police, and they drop them off at their church, and they come out in their camos holding a gun. And that's kind of what we've been seeing. And y'all seen some of these commercials. You know, we've got one candidate for governor that's carrying a gun on a golf course, shooting up in the air. You know, I guess somebody's told him, you need to have a gun, you need to do this. But this office, those of you here in Montgomery, you know this office is so much more than slamming jail doors. So it's so much more than trying to give somebody the death sentence. And finally, I had this question. Some of you asked me this question. My son asked me this. Y'all know he's in law school. He says, Daddy, why in the world do you want to do this? I know what you do. I know your practice. You're very successful. And why are you doing this? And quite simply, I said, son, if I don't, somebody else is. But I was struggling with trying to encapsulate how I feel about this. And I saw a bumper sticker the other day. And I don't know who they were trying to support or what it said, what it was, but this jumped out at me. The bumper sticker simply said, if you are not enraged, you're not paying attention. Now think about that. If we're not enraged about what's been going on in our Attorney General's office, you're not paying attention. You know, we've had people that he's demanded administrative law judges change their hearings so they'll rule in his favor. They've gone to the state bar over that. I guess is that my tone, my magic tone, that my time is up. It's good to be home. It's good to see all of you. And if you take questions, I'll try to come up with something.